This video is a tutorial on rewrapping the Tim Genis bamboo series of Timpani Mallets. This video focuses on the parachute type wrap. The following models can be applied to this video: the TG1, TG2, TG3, TG4, well, you get the point, all the way up to TG8. When you order your felt recovering kit, you'll receive a pair of outer felts. If you ordered the cuticle scissors, you'll receive a pair of those as well. The following two items can be bought at any local hardware store. First, some crazy glue. Second, a pair of heavy-duty gardener's gloves. And the last item can be bought from any percussion specialist like Steve Weiss, which is a timpani voicer. The parachute stitch can also be applied to my videos on the Vic Firth series mallets as well, which you can refer to. When removing the old covering, take your cuticle scissors, put them at the base of the shaft, insert into the felt, and cut. You're going to have to cut 2 layers of felt. This is what's called a butterfly stitch. So you do this twice. Once both layers are cut, simply peel them away and remove the old covering. The TG1 has a gray inner felt covering. Some of the coverings are white, just like the outer covering that you just cut off. So you have to be careful not to cut these inner layers of felt. As you can see with this model, the TG6 Pesante mallet, the outer layer has 2 stitchings, so you cut away twice, and then underneath there is another layer which is white as well. So you have to be careful not to cut this layer. The following models have white inner layers which you do not want to cut: TG2, TG3, TG4, TG5, and TG6. Be careful when cutting these layers. When you're preparing your new felt to put on, you'll need to stretch it out a bit. So take your thumbs and pull on both sides in different parts of the felt. Place the felt on a table and have the 2 pairs of strings that are on the top layer, which is the hard side of the felt, out. The 4 other pairs of threads can be put aside for now. When ready to install the felt, put your stick in the middle of the felt on top of the hard side. Fold up the felt and hold it with the left hand like so. Now, you have 2 pairs of strings. You have one with a knot and one without a knot. Take the string without the knot and pull to the right, like so. You'll then need to squeeze the felt with the left hand, close it up a little bit more, and pull as you squeeze. So squeeze with the left hand and pull with the right hand. You'll simply need to go back and forth by squeezing and pulling the thread. Once the thread gets too tight, take your gardener's glove, put it on the right hand, wrap the string that does not have the knot that you've been pulling around the index finger like so, and keep pulling. And your goal is to get this so that it closes up all the way around the shaft. So just keep working it with the left hand by squeezing and pulling with the right hand. Once you've got this first layer sufficiently closed around the shaft, you'll need to hold the tension with the right hand, and then you'll take the other string, go over the top, and then go through and under to make a loop and tie a knot like so. And then you'll tie 2 more while still holding the tension with the right hand so that it does not become loose. Once done with this, you can take off the garden glove and tie 3 more knots. Once you've tied around 6 knots, take your cuticle scissors, cut off the excess thread, leave about 1/4 of an inch, don't cut too close to the knot, Then, take your crazy glue, dab a little bit of crazy glue on the knot. Then, take your cuticle scissors again, and shove the knot underneath so that you can't see it. Be careful not to cut the threads by accident. Once done with this, separate the other two pieces of thread now. The one with the knot goes to the left, the one without the knot goes to the right. Take your third finger with the left hand, hold that knot and pull with the right hand to the right. Squeeze a little bit more with the left hand and pull with the right hand. If the tension becomes more and more, put on the garden glove, wrap it around the index finger, squeeze with the left hand, pull with the right hand. Keep doing this until the felt surrounds the shaft and that's nice and tight. You have to use a lot of force. Once you've got it sufficiently pulled, take the other thread, form a loop, and tie a knot. And do this 2 more times. Once you have 3 knots, you can take off the garden glove and then tie 3 more knots. Once you have 6 knots, dab a little bit of crazy glue onto the knot. Take your cuticle scissors, cut off the excess thread, leaving about 1/4 inch. Take the cuticle scissors and shove that knot and all those excess threads underneath the felt so that you can't see it. Be careful not to cut the threads by accident. Take your cuticle scissors and cut off any bulging that you see at the bottom of the base of the core, like so. Once done with this, do any little touch-ups that are needed. And once satisfied, take your voicer. You'll start at the logo so you know where you started and where you're going to end. Start at the top, poke, and pull to the right on the top, medium, and lower parts of the core, like so. You're just pulling out the top layer of felt, so don't dig too deep when doing it. The amount of pressure, the amount of firmness that you use when you're poking and pricking and pulling here depends on the mallet. If you want a harder mallet, you'll do less. If you want a softer mallet, you'll do more. Once done going all the way around, you might want to do just a little bit on the top, give it a little bit of height. And then you'll squeeze the mallet with the hand, like so. After a final inspection, if you're happy, you are all done. Once you're done with the first mallet, simply do the same thing on the second mallet, and you've got yourself a pair. Once done, take the mallets to the timpani, compare both of them. If you need to touch up, use the voicer, try it again, and make sure they both match. If you have any questions or concerns, or just want to chat about rewrapping mallets, go to timgenis.com, go to the contacts page, write me a little note, and I'll get right back to you. See ya!